Alright, so today we're going to be installing a little bit of a dream mod. I think I say that about every single thing I add to this car, but alright, honestly this is not a dream mod, but it's one that I've given a lot of thought over the last couple years. I came up on a extremely good deal on probably the highest tier option for this mod. So we're going to be throwing on a CAE Ultra Shifter. I really did not ever think I was going to get one of these because they're so outrageously priced for just a shifter. But for this deal, I have to thank my friend Sam. His Instagram is Sam_Miata, but he has a wide body ND supercharged as well. And I'm really surprised you sold this, Sam. He gave me a really good deal on this. I can't thank him enough. So the only reason I will ever have this shifter is because of Sam, because I was not gonna pay that full price. But I've been, watching install videos like the past 3 days, and it looks pretty simple. I picked up some RTV for the install as well. I'm gonna try to show you guys how to install this because it's also my first time, but it looks pretty straightforward. But as a lot of installs for me go, because I'm not the most experienced when it comes to this stuff, usually things look really simple, but they usually don't go to plan. I'm gonna pray that this one goes to plan. I should probably also catch you guys up. So after I did my extended studs and everything, if you guys watched the last video, I may have damaged a wheel hub and specifically the speed sensor, and that kind of disabled my whole DSC system, so I had no traction control, hill assist, and ABS. I'll be honest, I don't really use those anyway, but it's part of what you get with the car, so that's like kind of the off-putting part. So because I decided to use ghetto methods to install my ARP extended studs, I had to end up replacing the whole hub in the end because I damaged it. So this is the hub that I damaged, and you could see, it's very hard to see, but there is a slight like hairline crack in that plastic housing. Basically that's where the speed sensor is, and I damaged it. So I ended up having to replace the whole wheel hub, and I ended up replacing it with some options from, these are NSK wheel hubs. They're like basically OEM grade, I think, but I got them from Miata hubs, and super fast shipping, super quick and easy. Let's get back to the fun stuff, not fixing things. So let's install this shifter. Is in. We've got most of the center console done, but we have one more thing. We have the volume button set and the actual shift boot. So what we're going to be doing is removing the shift boot and putting this Craven Speed shift boot delete. Sam also provided this, and that'll be going right there. So from what I can see, it's just some Phillips heads on the back. Okay, so we're on the road now. I'm doing the first test drive with the CAE shifter, and we're just doing a short little drive with Gabe. I also got to show you, yeah, you can't really see it from here, but Gabe pulled up and his Z is wrapped. Let's talk about the shifter a little bit. So first impressions, first off, it looks amazing, but there's a huge thing that I'm noticing right now with it in person, and I think it's going to be a big problem. First off, this is a given, but the NVH it's insane.
but also I could hear the transmission directly now. It's whining a lot louder, and like there's basically more of a gap that just reveals the bottom of the car now. Not very desirable. You can kind of hear it right now. When I'm like on throttle, you can hear it a lot. That is really loud. It sounds like a MacBook processing a 4K video is under my transmission right now. I think getting some noise deadening or another like boot in there is going to help with that. It sounds like a supercharger. It's like whining. But as for the shifter itself, this thing feels amazing. Like the shifting is exactly what I expected. I think I'm focused too much on like the, you know, functionality and the dailyable parts. I kind of forgot to talk about the benefits. I really like how this thing feels. It's so notchy. The throws are super short. I used to have to lift my elbow if I had it on the armrest like this, if I wanted to go from like 4th to 5th, but now, actually no, I just did it right there. I am getting used to the reverse mechanism, because in the ND from factory, you push down, left, up. For this, it's the same motion, except you're pulling up on this lockout ring. It's like exactly like a Subaru, but downshifting feels perfectly fine. Everything, I love the sound of, oh wow. Sounds like I have straight cut gears, I think. So as you hear, we get higher in throttle. You can hear it like shaking a little bit of vibration. But I think the common sound here is this, it just starts to whine. And the transmission has always made that sound. It was just more muffled when you had the OEM shifter on, because there's like more insulation, there's another boot. I think I could get used to the whining sound. I don't really mind it. We're coming up on a tunnel, so I think Gabe might get a little playful. Oh yeah, he's staying behind me. Oh god. It has been 3 weeks since I installed the shifter. We are back now to give a more seasoned opinion on the shifter. I realized that in the last clips that you guys just saw, most of it was, you know, giving my gripes on it, and that's because I was like kind of fresh to my opinion on the shifter, having it in person for the first time. So now I've dailied this shifter for coming up on 3 weeks, and I think I can give a much better opinion on it now. In full honesty, I have a lot less gripes with it now. I'm not gonna ignore it, but yes, you can still hear the transmission very clearly. Something like that does not just go away, really. I don't know how you guys are, but I'm kind of fine with inducting more weird noises. So after like the 3 weeks of running this shifter, I've come to one big conclusion. I love the way it feels. It's overshadowed every piece of NVH that I have to deal with on a daily basis. And I think I mentioned this in the previous clips, but it just has made me a lot more excited to drive. Granted, I haven't been able to get like an HPD day with the shifter yet. My next one is not until like September, so sorry, I can't really get you guys track footage with this thing yet, but specifically the feedback. So the shifting feeling is very notchy. I don't know if you could hear it, but it's like, it sounds clicky. It's like it's also not that heavy, but I don't have it set to like the most stiff setting. You can adjust the stiffness of the shifter. It's something that they tell you to do out of the box. But I left the settings as is from the previous owner, and it feels amazing. Also the throws. The throws are insanely short. Like, I could downshift with just my fingers. Previously, I wasn't able to do that too often. I'd probably have to move my arm still, but let's say going from fifth to fourth, I could just... It's a really cool benefit. It speeds up the shifting process, if you care. I also try to drive with both hands on the wheel pretty often, and that is also where the height of the shifter has come into play. It's just like, it's right here, so after shifting, back on the wheel. It's really cool. It's something you don't think you really would like until you actually try it, and that's my exact use case, and I love it. Do I think this is a super daily friendly shifter? I think it's less of a yes on that side. I think you're gonna enjoy it more if you do spirited drive, or you do, track this car somewhat regularly. It's a very enjoyable experience though. If you want to have more of like a race car-y feeling, I think this shifter is very beneficial towards that too. It gives you a more confidence-inspiring kind of feedback. That's probably like the most intelligent thing I've ever said. So who do I recommend this shifter for? If you like to drive a little spirited, if you like to have some fun, if your main priority is just how it feels when you drive, this is a shifter that you should look into. Not saying you have to get this shifter though. There are much cheaper alternatives to this. This is like, one of the higher end options for short shifters for the ND platform. There's other options. The most popular one is gonna be from Craven Speed. It's like under $400 brand new. It's not gonna extend the height of the shifter, but it gives you 25% shorter throws. If you want just like a really safe option, I think the Craven Speed is amazing. There's other similar options to the Craven Speed, like Cobalt, Auto X. The ones that are more in the class of the CAE, I'm gonna say is going to be Cooler Works, which is, I believe, a direct replica of the CAE, and IRP. But IRP, I've heard certain things. It's a great shifter, but from what I've heard, it introduces a lot of heat. You can't change the shift knob on that one, but it is much cheaper than the CAE and the Cooler Works. Cooler Works and CAE are by far the most expensive options on the market. So if you're willing to invest a lot into the shifter setup, I would say you should look into those. The only reason I was ever able to get the CAE, or willing to get the CAE, was because I got it for a used price, and it was from a friend. So I couldn't pass up on that offer. Otherwise, I don't know if I ever would have spent $1,000 USD on a shifter. But again, after 3 weeks, it has become very comfortable. I have no like daily complaints other than, like the noises. I have had passengers and they're like, damn, what does that sound? There's a very significant rattling when in reverse. When driving normally, I would say you get most noise when going at low speeds and off throttle, or when going faster speeds on throttle. I think there are still some adjustments that I can make to the shifter right now. I think I should have put a little bit of like some kind of grease on the pivot ball of the shifter, so when I do get the chance, I might
you know, put some grease down there. I want to play around with different sound deadening options, like maybe throwing some of the OEM foam back in there. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be doing more videos similar to this. As much as I love doing performance mods that, you know, enhance the driving experience of this car that's already fun from the factory, I do love doing things that are also cosmetic. I have a balance. I'm not a performance only kind of guy. I think you should always try to have fun with the car. Make sure you actually enjoy it. Doing something like this, you know, it's a risk. It's either it's going to make the experience more exciting or it's going to make you hate driving the car. In this case, I fell even more in love with driving the car. So just make sure to do things to your car that contribute to the way you enjoy it. Not like those brakes. Keep your car in a way that makes you excited to get in the driver's seat, excited to press the start button or turn the key. And I just hope that y'all can continue to, you know, love your own cars the way that I love this thing. So thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video where we have some big stuff happening for the channel. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.